Hey everyone, how are y'all doing today? And yeah, I'm back out here squinting at you again, but it's too nice outside to be inside any longer than I absolutely have to. So here we are. So I was going to talk about separation because I've had something on my mind since the election. I've been trying to find ways to talk around it, but forget it. I'm not even doing that anymore. I'm over trying to talk around stuff. um, And we'll probably touch on that, but there's something that's really important, and it does kind of tie into this, but how we teach. There's so much noise out there telling us what we should think, what we should be afraid of, what we should support. So this is where separation comes in. I'm not going to tell you what not to do. This is my whole point. I caught myself. This is my whole point. We get it becomes a habit to state our opinions and our beliefs and our wisdom even as something that is absolute, as something that is infinite, as something that is the truth. And now I might struggle to put things in words so that it is not coming from that place, because I do have strongly held beliefs. Do have strongly held truths. However, and this is my point, I also understand that I am here to be a teacher and a guide in many ways. And to me, the best teachers don't give you the answers. They ask you questions. They might give you leading questions that'll help you find where to look, but they don't give you the answers. They ask you just enough questions, they give you just enough information so that you can go on that journey yourself. Because oftentimes the gold is not in the answer to the question, it's in the journey to the answer. And so it's really bothered me recently since the election. It's been preceding, but it's amplified since then. It's really bothered me how many teachers and leaders are telling us what we need to think. And I don't care where you're coming from. And this is like I said, this is challenging for me as well, because I have very strong beliefs that I have spent a lot of time in reflection, self-reflection, working with my guides, the angels, the divine, with source, to understand things and to understand myself. However, those are my beliefs, and certainly they might resonate hiccup with some of you, maybe many of you, maybe none of you, but that's my point. They're my beliefs, and your beliefs are going to be different. They should be different. Okay, that's the one should I'm gonna say. They should at least be allowed to be different. So as teachers, and especially right now, with how amplified the energies are, how tender they are, and how easily we can move into fear, because there are so many that are already there because they're being told they should be there, because they're being told that, well, I'm not gonna go into specifics. It doesn't matter. Again, this goes back to asking the question: If you're wondering where I'm seeing that, then ask me the question. I'll tell you where I'm seeing it. Otherwise, I would ask you to ask yourself, if you're experiencing fear, where is that coming from? And what sources are promoting that? Who's giving you information that leads you to a sense of fear, that causes that physical sensation of fear? Who's doing that? Those are the sources that I would invite you to reconsider. But again, that choice has to be made by you. We cannot forget as teachers the impact of free will. And I'm not talking about our free will as teachers. I'm talking about the free will of those who we are hoping to reach. Because again, it's not receiving the answer. That's not where the gold lies most of the time. The gold and the understanding lies in the process it takes to get there. Because especially on the spiritual journey, it's not about absolutes. It's about, how does this resonate for you on the inside? And what does this simple question bring up within you? And why? Only you can answer that. Certainly, there are people out there like me, others, who can help you with that. But it's not for us to give you the answers. So if anyone is offering absolutes, then you may want to consider why. And remember your free will. And as teachers, it's important for us to honor that. Because although there will be people who resonate with my way of teaching, there will be people, probably many, who don't. And that's okay. We're all unique. We're all different. And this is also related to separation. Because if we're not able to stand in that place of honoring another's free will, then we're not coming from unconditional love. If we're not willing and able to honor another's choices and beliefs and opinions, then we're not coming from unconditional love. That's really all there is to it. There's a lot to say about that. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's all there is to say about that. So I dropped the phone in the leaves, so I'm back. So going back to separation, I've noticed there is a theme running now. A theme of what is seemingly love, something creative out of love, that is actually hiding separation. And that's been called out before. That's been seen before. But it's happening again. And now it seems to be happening in different areas. So again, I offer this invitation, and I invite you to ask this question of yourself. If you're participating in different organizations and different groups, were they created from a space of fear, or were they created from a space of love? And if it was created from a space of love, is it welcoming to everyone? Or is it only welcoming to those who think like you do? Because that's not unconditional love. That's not the love of the divine. And that's not the love upon which we ascend. we're going to ascend. Ascension is going to happen either way. But what timeline are we choosing as we get there? Again, asking the questions. Asking the questions. It's very important for us to be asking these questions of ourselves and each other. So what timeline are you aligning with your choices on the energies you're operating from? And can you look deeper to see what the true motivations are? And these are questions that I find increasingly important and are going to continue to be. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Have a great full moon in Taurus. Have a great weekend, and I will see you soon.